Hi guys, today I wanted to talk about how I wasted my childhood and teenage years. Um, of course, a lot of good things also happened, but I think in general, a lot of the time and a lot of the things I did, I wasn't doing for me, and I was doing for other people, and I'm only now starting to live my life for me, so I'm excited for this new start. For example, I'm dropping out of school and I'm going to um, TAFE to learn some hands on things about the job I want to do. So let's start with my childhood. I remember a big kind of trauma or a bad memory from my childhood is piano. Now, I've always loved singing and music and everything, so my parents, they were like, okay, let's let her do an instrument. So I picked up the piano, and I mean, now I know why I hated it, because my mom recently told me that my teacher at the time, she had the mindset of students need to work like a slave. Of course, I would not like doing the piano if my teacher was like that, so I didn't know at the time, but so I every day I remember she would stretch, not every day, every lesson she would stretch my fingers because I was like 5 years old. She'd stretch my fingers and make me do it, and then she would not treat me the nicest. And I kept on doing the piano practice every day because I was getting pretty good at it. And also, when I wanted to quit, my mom would tell me that her friend, when she saw me playing the piano, she said that, oh, I should have continued doing the piano and not gave up. And she also said that if I gave it up, I would never be able to do it again because she wasn't going to buy another piano, which is reasonable. But I'm a very insecure and very like kind of I will listen to whatever you say type of person. So I was like, oh no, like, and she was like, if you regret it, you're not getting it again. So I was like, okay, I don't want to feel the feeling of regret. So I was like, okay, I need to keep playing the piano. So I think from around 5 years old to around 7 years old, I did the piano with that teacher. And in around year two, year two, to year five, I kept doing the piano. I quit for a bit, and my mom actually did allow me to do it again. She bought me a keyboard instead, um, because I felt guilty for not doing the piano for a while. And then I was like, you know what, Faye, let's do the piano again. I was like, that's one of the things I'm good at, so let's do it again. I remember every lesson I went to, I hated it. I would often cry in lessons. I um, didn't enjoy it at all. Every day when it was my 30 minutes or an hour practice time, I would dread it. I would just, the whole time, I would be like, well, I don't want to do this. Like, I would just be playing every note, and I'm like, I don't, I would dread it, and I would just like lie down on my keyboard and just like, I would dread it so much. It's kind of sad because now with piano, I have really bad experiences and memories, so I don't think of it as a good thing. So a lot of that was like that. Also, with growing up with Asian parents, my parents always put me into tutorings since year one. I was always in tutoring until year eight. And in year 9, 10, and 11, I was doing tutoring for a few subjects too. Um, since day one, I remember, since prep, when we were doing maths, I hated it. Like, since I remember, from the earliest I remember, I have hated doing learning and education and stuff like that. Like, I don't like learning in the classroom that much, which is why I'm dropping out. Um, so, but the fact that I'm constantly forced into this type of environment through tutoring, and it's like going to another school at the same time of going to your original school. It's like going to two different schools. because you get homework too. It's like it's really annoying. And I also got holiday homework, and it was just a lot of work. And every week I had to go. It's during the weekend, so I can't even rest during the weekend. And I would remember I would have singing lessons too, and a piano lessons. So, and a sport lesson. So, I was really doing a lot of stuff. I'm not saying I hated all of them, but a lot of them I was not really doing for my choice of it. So I was doing tutoring from year 1 to all the way to year 8. So I mean, it would make sense why I'm completely burnt out in year 11 and year 12, which is quite it's quite unfortunate because that's the years where it's VCE. Um so I remember in year 11 I would still push myself, try my absolute best to do what I can. Also, I'm in a selective school. Well, I'm yet to drop out. I'm almost dropping out. Like, I'm almost at the end of my time at the school. I go to a selective school, which does not help because I don't even like learning, and I've been forced into so much academic stuff since I was small. Um so of course, in the first few years of being here, I was just trying to prove myself, and I was trying to do like my best, but I burnt out so much because of doing tutorings since a young age and pushing myself even more. So I completely burnt out by year 11 and year 12. Even in year 11, I would be like, why am I not doing so much? Like, I need to be doing way more. It's VCE. So I would push myself. Like, I wouldn't even study a lot of the days, but the days before my SACs, my tests, I would cram like all I can. I will just cram as much as I can. I'll really push myself. And this year I didn't really do much study. Like, I just can't because I'm so burnt out. Um, so I feel like I wasted a lot of my childhood and teenage years just spending so much time and effort on stuff that I don't even like and I don't even have a goal in. Um, Things my parents told me to do. So I was basically living someone else's life, where I was trapped in someone else's dream. Um, and I mean, this is not only bad things, right? We can learn good things about this. So I would like to say that now I'm starting to learn some good things out of this. um, like, now I'm starting to live my life for me. I'm doing the things I want. I'm dropping out of school because it's the best decision for me, my mental health, and my future goals. Um, and also, now through this experience, I know that I'm not a really big fan of like sitting in a classroom and like listening to information, and like I'm just not a really big fan of that. And um so I know, so that can help me through in the future, thinking about what type of education I should do. So I want to do a more hands-on type of thing instead of university where you're just sitting down and listening all the time. So that is a good thing that I learned. What else did I learn? I also recently I become more confident in myself. This is an important thing I learned this year. A big reason why I didn't I wasted so much of my life is because I had no self-confidence in my own decisions and my own passions and what I actually wanted to do. I didn't trust myself and I didn't believe in myself, so I would just do what people around me told me because because they're my parents, like I obviously trust them and I think that they have the best idea for me, which they do, but that's not what I actually want to do. And whenever I didn't want to do it, I'd force myself to keep going because I'm like, what I actually want to do is not the right thing, Faye. Which is not the right thing. You should always do what you actually want to do. Don't live someone else's life. Don't be trapped into someone else's dream. That's really not it. So have confidence in yourself and what you want to do, and make sure to do what you want to do as long as it's not bad or hurting anyone. So yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about. I really hope that this helps someone. Please don't waste any more of your life doing something that you don't even want to do. It's really harmful and it can really hurt you. So yeah, I really hope that this helps, and bye, see you next time.